Good afternoon, everybody. We've got a fun lesson to start the week off. So we have, what is a noun? We're going to be learning about nouns and some of the subcategories of nouns and verbs. Now, a noun is very basic, a person, place, or thing. And we are going to learn about that here with this video for just a few seconds. Okay, so a noun, person, place, or thing, and that means objects, concepts, and ideas, things like that, are nouns because they are things. So who can tell me what else is a noun? Good. Grass is a noun. And a dog is a noun because it's a thing, it's an animal. Good. And yes, a rock. Yes, a rock is a noun because it's a thing. Now we're going to go on to another subcategory of nouns that'll be fun, called a proper noun. A proper noun, as defined by the dictionary, is a name used for an individual person, place, or organization spelled with initial capital letters. That would be me, my name, Megan. It's a proper noun because it's a name and it starts with a capital M. Now, the dog that you just mentioned, let's say that dog's name is Max. That's a proper noun because it's a name. It starts with a capital M. Or a country, for example. A country, just any country, is not capitalized because it's a noun. But if you're talking about a specific country, like the United States, it's two words, yes, but it's the name of a country. So you're talking about the United States. That is a proper noun. Any other ideas for proper nouns? The street you grew up on? If it's you're naming the street you grew up on, then yes, that's a proper noun. But if it's just the street you grew up on, then no, because you're not naming it. If that street, say, is Washington Street, then yes, that is a proper noun because it's a name and it's capitalized. Washington, W, and street. Those are two pieces of that proper noun. So those are nouns. And people, individual people, of course, are nouns. We're people, places, or things. And every one of us in this room constitutes as a proper noun because we all have individual names and they need to be capitalized. Each letter of just everyone's first name, for example, needs to be capitalized because of names. So, and now we start on to verbs. Okay? And here's what we're going to do. Based off of this example, we're going to use this sentence. I am walking. Walking is a verb. To the store. Store is the noun. So what you do in this case is replace walking, or not walking, store with it. So in this case, you could say, I am walking to it. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's not really a lot of context, but it makes sense. So if I were to say, I am writing, okay, that's a verb. I am writing. I'm doing something. It's an action. I'm taking an action to do something. But if I were to say, I am writing on a piece of paper, how do we tell what's a verb and what isn't? Or what's a noun and what isn't? So I put in, I am writing on it. We take out on a piece of paper, those are great, that ties into one thing. We'll explain that down the road. But explain that just ties into paper. So we replace all of that with it. I am writing on it. It makes sense, yes, but it doesn't tell you the context. What am I writing on? But that's not what you're asking. And then to see what is a verb and what isn't, we replace writing with it. I am it on a piece of paper? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make grammatical sense and it doesn't make logical sense. So writing is a verb. And we'll be doing these, we'll be going over these again in more depth and going through them with clause exercises and things like that and back and forth practice. But first, anyone have any ideas, any fun sentences we can play around with this little test with for 5 minutes?